So a while ago, I was searching the web for some memes and some funny content, and luckily I got a ton of laughs with some of the memes that I found in the web, and it got me to a point that I was ecstatic and laughing my ass off just because of the memes that I've seen. But suddenly, there was a notification. Oh, Inferno Tempest? Runic? We won't use Runic, but we'll use Inferno Tempest. So how's it going, ladies and gents? Sorry about that intro. It was really cringy. I was actually doing that by myself. But anyways, yeah guys, we have here a deck profile for the Necro and Tempest deck. Now I really wanted to try this with a Runic, but what if we just try it with a normal Tempest deck, just dealing 3000 damage and then getting a hold of, or getting a foothold of Necroface into the banish zone, ramping its effect. Now there are a couple of things that I want to tell you guys before actually showcasing the replay. Well, first and foremost, this is just a fun deck just to play against the Runic players or some other cards that works around 40 cards. If you are dealing with opponents that is using 50 or more cards, or 60 basically, then you're gonna have a hard time like banishing a ton of cards from their deck. Furthermore, like I said, this is just a fun deck to begin with, and basically your goal here is to use the Inferno Tempest as your kicker, or basically your last card to insert your resolution for the Necroface once banished out of play. But so far so good. I will showcase to you some plays wherein I managed to do that and milled my opponent. And there are some plays that I actually can't mill my opponent because my opponent is using more than 50 cards. So it's one of those cases right there. Now you might be wondering, this is basically a Grand Magi Gazette deck. Well, yes and a no. Yes, it is, because we have Grand Magi Gazette here. In case, basically, we are going second most of the time in this play style. And I mean most of the time, because there are some cases that you will be going first because of our opponent, but most of the time you will be going second. So that is why we have a ton of lava golems, kaijus, and basically some level 1 monsters with 0 attack that we can summon to the field. The purpose of this is if we can deal 3000 damage by battle, we can immediately use the effect of Inferno Tempest and then banish our cards from our deck out of play, and then it will prompt the effect of Necroface, banishing more cards from both decks. And that is the purpose of the mill. If you're going, or if you're starting first, then that is where the Banquet of Millions and the 2 copies of DD Dynamite will come into play, because most of the time we are going up against a ton of Ishizu and then Necroface or Chaos decks. So basically it works in both ways for us. If ever our opponent banishes a copy of Necroface, then it will actually kill us both. Or basically just kill me if he's using 60 cards. So it's either one of those cases. Yeah, like I said earlier, this is a fun deck, and I had a ton of fun with this deck just to mill out my opponent. Here is the replays, guys, just to showcase this deck. The extra deck is just basically for your number 59 Crooked Cook. You can go with Barguska for this if you wish, if you have a copy of it. Dugaris allows you to spell summon, draw 2 cards, or whatsoever. The Clara, you can actually go with this with another monster. But yeah, my purpose here is just to get monsters with 0 attack or 100 attack to the field, and then deal battle damage worth 3000 or more. So that is why I have a ton of monsters here that are level 1. Now there is a point where I added Trickstars in this lineup, but well, basically I'm not using the extra deck, to be honest. The only necessary cards that I use here is the Relinquish Anima, the 1 copy of Almirage, the 1 copy of Linguribo, and then the Dispatch Parazi. So that is basically the gameplay there, guys. Dealing 3000 damage or more, and then use the effect of Inferno Tempest. So that is it. Let's go towards our game replays, and I'll showcase you guys how annoying and toxic this deck really is. So let's go. Alright guys, so here we are with the game replays. We have 4 replays for you guys today. The last one will be a doozy, and I'll showcase you guys how it is bad and good point using this deck. So first and foremost, we have 1 copy of Grand Magi Gazette, 1 Inferno Tempest, 2 copies of Thunder King, the Light Kaiju, and then Banquet of the Millions, or Banquet of Millions. Our opponent is going first, so most of the time we are gonna let our opponent go first so that we can start our banishing mill and then whatsoever. So our opponent is using Exo Sisters, Spiral Summoning Mars out of the field, then Spiral Summoning Elise. He will then go for Caspitel, search out another copy of an Exo Sister monster, which is usually the Sophia. So that Sophia can be Spiral Summoned to the field, and then draw one more card. Go into the what you call that? That one, yeah, that's the Michaelis. Anyway, so they search out for a copy of Returnia, and then basically 3 back rows are set, and he's going for the Magnifica summon to the field. Well, basically we're just gonna tribute that one later on. On our turn, we have a perfect card or a perfect board since we don't have a monster in our banish zone, so this Grand Magic Gazette is on 0 attack. So first and foremost, we will have to tribute that monster. And then we tried to spell summon this, prompting the effect of the back row, but he wasn't gonna prompt it. So we just normal summon the Grand Maju, attack it, and then at this point on, I think he was thinking, why is this guy committing suicide? So here's the thing: go for Inferno Tempest. Like I said earlier, banish all the monsters from the deck and from the graveyard. Now this doesn't actually prompt the second one. I just really want to prompt it. So banish everything else. So that's everything. So we got 1 Necroface, 2 Necroface, and I think we have the third one as well. Third one, so that's 15 cards in total are banished, leaving our opponent with nothing in his deck. And then last 4 cards, and that's basically it. Although we lost a ton of life points, but needless to say, we won the game by mill. So that is the first game replay. So second game replay, guys, this is what happens if there are some negates and will be disrupted. So we have a starting hand of 2 Adharas, 1 Lava Golem, 1 Dimensional Fissure, and 1 DD Dynamite. I think we're going up against a God deck. I'm not sure. The Hamon, Lord of blah 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 cards. Those cards. I mean. So yeah, let's have our opponent start first. Go for Peri Risk Map. Yeah, that's actually the downfall of his deck. But I think he's scooped here anyway, so yeah. Getting a copy of 1 Hamon, yeah, the Ham. Then go for Fallen Paradise, Dark Summoning Beast, Spell Summoning 1 Heavenly Monster, Raviel to the field. Get a copy of another Raviel. So there's only 1 monster in the back out of play, so we can't use that one. Spell Summoning another Chaos Summoning Beast, Spell Summoning Hamon or Hamon. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but yes, it still works. Get another copy of Fallen Paradise, set 1 background. That's basically his turn right there. So luckily, we have Lava Golem. Now, the reason why I got Lava Golem into this mix is because it targets 2 monsters for a tribute. The downfall for this card is you cannot normal or summon or set. That is why we are moving with the Jester, Confit, and the Adhara, so that we can just spell summon the 0 attack monster to the field and then attack for 3,000 or more. Blah blah blah. Inferno Tempest. So yeah, we got a card destruction. We move first with Dimensional Fissure, setting our DD Dynamite, use card destruction, but we got Ash Blossom. So like I said earlier, we will get Ash Blossom or negated for this kind of combo. And like I said, it is just a fun deck anyway, so it's really up to you if you want to use this, but I tend to have fun with it just because of the comment. So yeah, on our opponent's turn, he was burned for 1,000 because of Lava Golem, Spell Summoning Dark Beckoning Beast. Then normal summoning, I think. Normal summoning or spell summoning the Chaos Summoning Beast, summoning Raviel to the field, and then go for Cerulean Skyfire. Attack my Adhara and then deal me 4,000 damage. Now at this point on, I can't be leaving another life points on my side. So at this point, I have 1 DD Dynamite, so I'm just counting the cards here. I need 10 cards to make it 3,000 in general. So we still lack like 3 more, I think. Yeah, 3 more. So on my turn, I just tributed his monster, so we got 8. That 1 Adhara, and I think on this turn here, he deals So I just activated the effect of DD Dynamite, and then he will be burned for 1000, just ending the game right here. But I think he paused and then, you know, disconnected. Anyways, that is what will happen. So, third game replay, guys, and we are going up against, I don't know what deck, but like I said, it's mostly 40 cards that I'm dealing a gameplay with, or a replay with. If I'm going up against more than 40 cards, then we'll actually scoop with that, because it's gonna be bad for us, to be honest. But yeah, this is actually just a blueprint on how to use the Inferno Tempest with the Necroface deck. I know people are out there know how to use this deck, and basically you can make it a little bit better. But yeah, this is just for fun, and I really like fun. So our opponent is going first, like any other. We have Confit, one Adharo, one Grand Maju, one Dimensional Fissure, and one Banquet of the Millions. So Reasoning is going to be activated. I think we're going up against a Runic deck. So there we go, and basically he has a ton of floodgates here. Go for that, some judgment, and like I said, he has a ton of floodgates, and he has that level 4 light monster with 2000 attack is still on it, that was discarded afterwards. So he's milling his own cards basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward this one because it's just gonna be the same. So yeah, milling a ton. Rivalry is gonna be Inspector Board is gonna be sent there. Use the effect of Runic Fountain, spell summoning Jerry, recycling 3 monsters, or 3 cards I mean, and then drawing 3. On my turn, I got 1 Dimensional Fissure, 1 Snow added. So go for Dimensional Fissure. Oh no, wait, I got the Snow added. Then go for Banquet of the Millions set, and then set the Grand Magic Gazette. Use on his turn, he will use the effect of Runic Golden Droplet, banishing my cards, which is very beneficial for me. If you ever will get a copy of DD Dynamite, then that will be good. But for what I see here, we already have been banished with 1 copy of DD Dynamite, so it's not going to be accessible to us. But we got banished with Necroface though, so yeah, allowing us to mill his cards or deck by 5 cards. He will use the effect of Tip, get a copy of Destruction, banishing a copy of my Lava Golem. He will use the effect of Runic Fountain once more, sending 3, drawing 3, use the effect of 1 more Fountain, use the effect of Destruction, popping my Dimensional Fissure, sending to the graveyard a ton of cards, including Necroface, and then we'll prompt the effect of Necroface, he will use the effect of Fountain once more, yeah, recycling 3, and then drawing 3, banishing a ton of monsters again, and basically he's down to 1 cards. So on my turn, I drew into card destruction, which is pretty good. Pretty good. So I just use that one, and then that's basically how I won the game. So that is the game replay, and that is the deck profile for you guys today. I know it is very toxic. I know. And we'll have more of this kind of gameplay in the near future. Keep safe, good luck, and thank you for the guy who actually informed me how to make this deck with the Inferno Tempest. I really could have not done this video without you. Anyways, I tried to use this with the Runic. Hopefully it will work. Keep safe, good luck. I'll see you guys on the live stream and maybe in the future videos. Bye-bye.